You have walked and played for 4 straight days, plus the Pro-Am.
Yep.
What's your immediate review of how your body held up and where your game is at?
My game's fine. Yeah, it is rusty. I made some silly mistakes here and there. I didn't quite pick up the speed of the greens like each and every day fast enough like I normally would if I was playing. But overall, I feel like I hit the ball like I have been hitting it at home. Now I just happen to bring it out here where I have to walk from point A to point B, and that was always the difficulty of it. And I'm just so thankful for all my team for getting me ready, each and every night, morning, at least giving myself a chance to go out there and play, and I was able to do it.
We know what you mean to Riviera. We saw that amazing moment on 18. You waved to the crowds. But can you explain what Riviera means to you? You just showed me an incredible picture on your phone.
I did.
Really the place where it all began.
Yeah, this wasn't the first PJ Tour I ever attended. It was old Andy Williams at Torrey Pines. But I was here in '83 when Hal beat Jack. And I've also come out here when, Lanny set the scoring record, and just to see how, everyone played persimmon and balata balls back in those days, to see how the golf courses evolved and changed. But this is truly, either you pick here or maybe even St. Andrews as the most historic tee shots, because they can't go anywhere but that same tee box. And so you look back in history of this club, and like everyone has hit from the exact same tee spot on 18, and I was lucky enough to have been part of that history and then play the golf course. And unfortunately, my streak still continues. I've never won here, but hopefully next year.
Which is actually an amazing streak to have for you. But let's take a look. You talk about history. This is you then, Tiger.
Well, that was a terrible mistake. If you look at that, I had my credential badge in my left front pocket. Let me look at that thing.
Well,
just so I could get in.
Wanted to make sure everyone knew who you were.
Yeah, I don't quite have that turn. Yep.
The club twirl, though, still got it.
It's still the same.
I mean,
I think I was 120 pounds back then those days too.
When you take a look at this, and you're referencing your credential there, but what memory really pops up for you then? Where you were in your life, where you were in the world of golf, and now where you stand as the tournament host?
Well, back in those days, I was still playing high school golf. I was, we're part of playing the 9 holes in our league, and this was out of my comfort zone. Obviously, it was to go from high school to this. Was the jump was I couldn't actually truly understand it, even then, even to now. I mean, I feel like I played halfway decent. I shot 72, 75, I believe, and 17 back of Davis, and I was like, I feel like I could have made 3 or 4 shots better on my scorecard, but I mean, obviously Freddie won that year. Joey and I were talking about that today, and then he won on 14. I remember going out there and then watching the playoff. Davis and him, they both made birdie on 10, and then Freddie in that big old green sweater and his visor kind of half crooked makes that putt on 14. I mean, that's just part of what I remember being able to go out there, and this tournament means a lot to not only myself but my family, my foundation. I'm a SoCal kid at heart, and to be able to go from my PGA Tour debut, kind of, you could say, to now being the host of this event, I would never have foreseen that. Just very lucky and very thankful. I'm very thankful to all the players for coming out and playing this week. Genesis and all the people here, part of the Watanabes, all the people part of the golf club. It just makes it so much more special, and even looking back on those memories of being a 16-year-old little kid to now to see where I'm at now.
It's an incredible full circle moment, which is really what makes this game great. But the question everyone wants to know: when are we going to see Tiger Woods next? So I have to ask you, when can we expect to see you next?
Well, I'm sure you'll see me in some place. I'm sure people will film me hitting balls at Medalist or something like that. But you mean competitively?
I do, yes.
Okay, competitively, I don't know. My goal, each and every year from here going forward is to play in all the majors, and I'm not going to play too much more than that. My body, my leg, and my back just won't allow me to play much more than that anymore. So that was my goal last year, and I was able to play 3 of the 4. This year, hopefully, I can play all 4 this year, and that's going to be my schedule going forward because of all the limitations I have.
Well, next time we will be back is at the Masters, so we hope to see you then.
Yeah, thanks, Amanda.
Thank you, Tiger. Let's take it out to 12.